Nicolini of Checkmat Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah. So Penny is from South Africa. She is, to my knowledge, the first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in the continent of Africa.
Wow.
She didn't earn it while in Africa, but, you know, first person born there to earn that title.
She's getting the underhook there. That was a very game sweep by Nicolini. Michelle puts her half butterfly hook in here. Now Penny's doing a good job there. Michelle's going to control her right side, that right side wrist there, and that allows her to get back to her guard.
So one of the interesting dynamics here is, you know, we've talked about how the set of names in the female competition world is still not, you know, anywhere near infinite, right? It's a very small number. Michelle Nicolini is often found in finals matches, but just last year she fought Leticia Ribeiro at light feather. So she's bumped up several weight divisions to face Penny Thomas, the training partner of Leticia Ribeiro.
Wow.
Yeah, Michelle Nicolini was second place at light feather last year.
Wow.
Coming in behind Leticia Ribeiro.
That you know, and you can see some size difference amongst the two, but I mean that's a huge. She's really coming up in weight class. Kind of reminds me of long ago when Fernando Terere fought the heaviest weight class.
Right, and for all we know, she is not legitimately she
right.
doesn't weigh this.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she's.
She does not look like she is a
No.
middle heavyweight
No.
competitor.
So right now she is in basically a full butterfly guard here, and you know Penny is keeping a lot of good pressure. Wow, nice little lift there. Back to the close guard. She could go after that. She might try to go after that arm on her left side. Penny's going to break that grip off.
Penny Thomas spent a lot of time in Hawaii with Luis Limão Heredia, one of Hickson's right-hand men for a long time. And that's where she got her black belt.
It's a great guy to get your black belt from. Been around the game for a long time.
One of those classic guys.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
a lot of stories.
Yeah. She's going to reach underneath there and try to choke Nicolini from the guard, but that's not going to. Nicolini's not going to have anything about that.
And for those who didn't catch this already, we should have said this. Penny is the defending champion here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I interviewed her last year. I remember interviewing her last year. So Nicolini is going to try to dethrone the champ. She's going to try to. Penny Thomas is going to bring a knee through the middle here. She's going to walk her hands a little bit back, and there she's successful at opening the guard with that knee through the middle. So Michelle's right leg is keeping Penny at bay. She needs to either step all the way backwards or step over like that. And she's going to work that knee through the middle here.
And traditionally, you would find Penny on her back playing guard. But this time around, she finds herself on top.
And Nicolini taking a page out of Homolo's spider guard collar sleeve. Now Penny Thomas steps over. Nicolini's looking for a sweep here. So Nicolini's trying to get up to Penny Thomas's belt. Nicolini trying to sweep, but Penny's base is too good, and there she goes. Nice try by Michelle Nicolini. That's going to give her an advantage.
I would expect so.
I would expect.
Yeah.
Nicolini uses this shin-to-shin guard. I've seen her. I remember commentating on her before, and she's a really. That's exactly what I was gonna say. She does a triangle from the shin-to-shin guard very nicely, and she just zapped it on Thomas. So
this is not traditionally the angle you would line up for a triangle, but it can work.
It can, and she can pull her arms. So now, you know, Penny Thomas is in an angle where she wants to be for a defense, but Nicolini can pull that arm and almost American lock her right here, and that's looks like what she's doing. And it's kind of squared Penny up now, and now Penny Thomas is into a little bit of trouble.
For sure. It's kind of a natural inclination to stack somebody here, but you can get in trouble.
You can get in trouble, yeah. Now, and she's working on that arm. You see, that's almost like an American lock in there on that arm. So normally, what I like to say is if you're much smaller and you're triangling a bigger opponent, you really don't want that angle because they can kind of smash you a little bit. But Penny Thomas's hips are up a little bit. No, now she's coming down. So we may see her get out of that.
Does she need to put her left knee in Nicolini's backside to kind of help break?
She absolutely could put her knee in. Now she's going to choose to go the other way. But you know, if you're much bigger than your opponent, and I'm not sure about their weight classes here, just assuming that Nicolini's fighting up weight rather than really weighing that weight. But Penny could stay on her left side and just hips down, and possibly just use sheer size to get out of the triangle there. But she is.
This is not the angle she wants to be at.
Right.
Yeah.
She is stuck. There's kind of prying it apart there. You see, every time she drops her hips down, if she chests forwards, you can pop the legs apart if you're a lot heavier than your opponent. She needs to get those hips down and her chest forward, but that's the side I'd like to.
There she goes. Wow.
Yeah.
She saves herself.
That was a beautiful escape by Penny Thomas, and that's the side of the triangle escape that I prefer there. Wow, what a nice attack by Nicolini.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
She finds herself in a little bit of bind here. She's got to move her hips backwards, and boy, she's got to try to get her left leg on the back side of Penny Thomas's right, because there she goes to the back. So Nicolini's going to be forced to turn to her fours.
Yep.
And try to maybe roll back to the guard. Or
yeah, we talked earlier about Luana Alciguir and how she has this almost magical way of finding herself playing guard again. Nicolini was doing great before, and it looks like maybe that's coming to an end. But
yeah, Penny was in great position there. Whoa, might see a little helicopter sweep. And now she's deep in the half guard here.
And Penny's laying it on.
Yeah, she's in control here. She's going to probably try to kick that leg backwards. She might try to mount first, but she comes up. Now if Nicolini could get that left underhook, there it goes.
Yep.
She's going to do herself a little
set
favor.
Up into a,
yeah, she might try to come out to a single, but nope. Penny's flattens her back out. Now she puts the hook. Here comes a pass. She looks like, uh-oh. Her arm's in big trouble here. Penny's got her arm up. Very hard to defend the pass to the mount right now. Her left arm is just way too high. She got a bridge to her left to free that arm.
This is when being smaller is a disadvantage.
This is when she's going to feel it for sure. Penny could keep her arm up tight like that. Now she's going for a little triangle attempt.
Penny knows triangles, too. She is not a bad triangle finisher. But she needs to get that right leg out, doesn't she?
Yeah. And that's time. I believe we're going to have
a new champion.
I think we may. I think we may. We do.
Michelle Nicolini is the new medium heavyweight champion.
Wow. She goes up
3 weight divisions.
3 weight classes from what she was last year.
Where she came in second place.
Yeah. And takes